Hello everybody, Cooper here, and welcome back to another episode of Youth to Gold here on Cricket Captain 2024. I hope you're all doing very well today. I have no idea what this episode is going to consist of. I know we've got the Metro Bank One Day Cup, which is starting today. We've also got the 100, which will be starting at some point in this episode. How many games this episode consists of, not sure at this point, but we'll play a few. We'll see how it all plays out. As you can see, the Birmingham Phoenix and the Oval Invincibles have played in the 100 so far. Nobody has played in the Metro Bank One Day Cup just yet, but I am excited to see how we go. We are going to start off in the One Day Cup with a home fixture up against Derbyshire. If we have a look at their T20 form, they are not in the knockout stage. How did they go in their group? They were bottom of their group, 5 wins, 9 losses with a negative 0.58 plus minus. That's not right. That's basketball. Net run rate is what I'm trying to think of. Anyway, if you didn't watch the last episode, you can see we've got 2 new youth players. We've got Kevin Bannister, who is a fast bowler. He did reasonably okay in his first couple of fixtures, picked up a handful of wickets. We also picked up John Higgins, who is a middle order batsman who got off to 3 okay starts in T20 cricket, but couldn't progress any further. But One Day Cup, we don't have to be as aggressive as in T20 cricket, so I expect we'll be able to get some better performances out of our guys today. And if we have a look at the pitch, it is a home pitch, and I am yet to change it over from a batting wicket to a bowling wicket, particularly fast bowlers, because we just probably need as much assistance as we can get from our fast bowlers. But for today, well, for this game in particular, it's going to be a batting wicket. We're going to call heads on the toss. We have won the toss. We are going to bat first, and let's hope that we do okay. Really disappointing performance with the bat first and foremost, especially on such a kind batting wicket, all out for 194. Just shows the lack of experience that we have in this team. Prithvi Shaw was our best batsman, 68 off 50. And apart from Keogh, who got a 39 ball 34, nobody even got past 30. Follett, his first one day match, 16 off 23. Higgins only got 3 off 5. Bannister's not in the team for his batting, but if we have a look at his second 11 stats, is capable. He only got the 1. And again, just a misfiring top order, unfortunately. We were going at about 6 and over, which is about the pace that you want to go in one day cricket, but it was just a really poor bowling performance. They need now 195 at under 4 runs and over. I would be amazed if we win this game. We currently have a 3% chance of doing so. I don't feel good about it. Let's see what happens. Just an all-time bowling performance has got us through with the win here. 44 run win, Derbyshire all out for 150. Alex Russell, 3 for 20 of his 8 overs, was amazing. Scrimshaw, one of his best bowling performances of the season, 3 for 30 of 7.1 overs, had a maiden in there. Best economy, actually not the best economy, because Russell was going at 2.5 and over. 4.19 and over was really good. Bannister on one day debut bowled really well. 2 for 43 from his 10. Good, solid economy as well. Sanderson bowled reasonably well. 2 for 30 off his 5. Proctor was the only one to not pick up any wickets. But a win is a win. We get the points in this fixture, and that is a perfect way to start today's episode. We now have our first 100 fixture for the Manchester Originals. We're up against the Welsh Fire, who are currently placed in 6th, mainly because I don't think they've played a game yet. No, they haven't. Manchester Originals, based on this table, we were the runner-ups in the competition last year. I must say my history with the 100, not fantastic. Played a little bit of it in Cricket 24, but that is about it. Joss Butler and Phil Salt are going to be opening the batting for us. Wayne Madsen, who we covered and maybe even played against in the last game. No, we didn't, because he was a Derbyshire player. Max Holden has an okay record. Raza, who has played with us previously, is going to be batting at 5 for us. Big Paul Walter, who plays for, if I can think about it, in the Big Bash. He might be a Brisbane Heat guy. Yes, he is. I remember correctly. We got Jamie Overton. Who is this? Uzama Mir. I am not familiar with his work, but he looks to be half decent as a bowling prospect in the T20s. We got Klaasen, Josh Tongue, who has played Test cricket for England previously. And lastly, we've got Faisal, I suppose. It'd be Faisal Haq, who has a very good T20 record as well. We have patched up the conditions to make it a bit more of a fast bowler's pitch. We've got, I believe this is Josh Hull, who doesn't have a great record, but appears to be very quick. And we've got Stanley as well, Mitch Stanley, who, same sort of deal. Tom Hartley, unfortunately, is injured. Otherwise, he would be playing. And there's also Matty Hurst, who I decided to take out of the recommended 11. But if we go into this team, as we look at the Welsh Fire, there's Bairstow, Clark, Abel, Glenn, Phillips, Eskenazi, Cook, Green, David Willey, who obviously plays in Northamptonshire, Van Murray, Matt Henry, and Ralph. So let's bat first, and we're going to be put into bat. Obviously, we only get 100 balls to make the best of this. Predictor has a scoring 147, which, in all honesty, I'm not sure what a good pass score is for the 100. But as this isn't I've not put this team together. I've had no input on this team. I'm not really concerned about this season's results. I just want to play around with it, see how we go. And, if we do well, we do well. And this is basically just a tryout to see who we'll keep for next season. I possibly went too aggressive. We were all out for 94 after 56 balls. Joss Butler was the leading scorer, 23 off 11. I probably could have paced the innings a little bit better, but Ben Green was very good. Picked up 4 for 18. David Willey, why couldn't he bowl like this for us? He picked up 3 for 8 from 6 deliveries. And then Matt Henry, who we sort of hit around the park, he was 2 for 50 from his 20 balls. And Ralph was very good. Harris Ralph, 1 for 16. We now have to defend 94 on a it is pretty bowler friendly, but we will see what happens. As expected, never really looked like winning this one. Mir was the best of the bowlers. He picked up 2 for 7 from his 5 deliveries. And Tongue wasn't too bad. He went at a runner ball, none for 10. But yeah, not good enough, unfortunately, in this match. Not good. And that sends us right to the rock bottom of the table with a negative 0.47 net run rate. It is not a good start to the 100. We play 8 games, top 3 go to the final stages. Yeah, not feeling too optimistic about this competition. We now return to the one-day arena where we play up against Hampshire. We're currently sitting in 4th. Conditions look pretty good for batting once again. There's a little bit in it for the spinners, so Russell may have a decent outing in this one. Keogh might even get a bowl, depending on, as we know Follett has taken some first-class wickets, so maybe even he will get a trundle in this one. We'll call heads on the toss. There's a Follett on the other team. I'm assuming it's not a relative, but we are going to bat first. And before we have a look at our team, Jacob Follett appears to be a youth player. How has he been going? He's actually did very well in the T20s for Hampshire. 5 wickets at 21, but a 6.41 economy is very good. Michael Neese is in their squad. I don't recognize too many other names, but her predictor has a scoring near 300. So if we can get a lot closer to that than we did in our last one-day match, I'll be pretty happy, even though we won our last one. But I do want a better performance out of our batting side today. 313 for 7. You can't argue with that. I mean, we were predicted to get just under 300, so to get over 300 on this pitch is a good result. Wheel for them, I think it's Brad Wheel from Scotland. Yeah, he just took apart our top order. He was very good, 3 for 43. Nisa got a bit of tap, as did Keith Barker, who I feel like has just been around for years. Follett for them did not have a good game, none for 66. Organ, 2 for 44. Gubbins even got a bowl, none for 7 off his 2 overs. But yeah, Chris Follett for us, unfortunately, I just smacked the mic, sorry if that came through. Chris Follett, 7 off 9 LBW by Will. Shaw, again, didn't have a great innings, although did have 68 in the last one-dayer. He did have a poor end to the T20s. Vasconcelos couldn't quite crack 50. He ended up getting out for 49. Higgins improved on the 3 he scored. He ended up with 21. But then there was this amazing, beautiful partnership of just under 200, 192 runs between Nair and Keogh. Keogh couldn't quite get his 100. He got 93. Karun Nair got 112. Only his 4th career one-day 100. Proctor was 2 off 10. Bannister and Scrimshaw finished as the not-out batsmen. We have a game on our hands. Their predicted score is 273. If we bowl well, just as we did in the last one-day match, I think we have got a real chance here. All out for 237. We had a bit of a nervy start, but we were very happy to win this one in the end. Alior, 94, couldn't quite get it over the line. Has a fantastic one-day record, but 94 of 68, he was absolutely smacking them everywhere early on. They were none for 96, and then 5 for 163, and then just wickets after wickets. Alex Russell, Rob Keogh picked up 3 apiece. We did say it was going to spin later on. Bannister picked up 2 for 43 again. He's anything if consistent. Sanderson picked up a wicket. Proctor was good. Scrimshaw, unfortunately, not his best game, but we were very economical. 46.4 overs bowled, all out for 237. Keogh gets the player of the game for his 93 and 3 wickets. Very good start to the One Day Cup. We now have another match in the 100, and unfortunately Raza has been picked by Zimbabwe to play some test cricket, meaning there will be another change in the batting order. I'm going to bring in Hurst because, to be perfectly honest, Hull and Stanley unfortunately are not good batsmen, and we have no other batsmen to bring in that are at Raza's basically level. And Hurst is going to bat at 5. He's not going to we'll keep the gloves on Joss Butler for now. I almost said Jimmy Butler, but as I said earlier in the piece, I'm going to keep this sort of 11 pretty similar, and I'm not too concerned about the results in the 100 until I can really make this team my own, like I have with Northamptonshire. Obviously, we've brought in the youth players, and we don't currently have any youth players on this team, so I'm not too concerned about the results in this competition. But obviously, we still want to play well because there's prize money involved for recruiting and things like that. Average pitch in terms of pace bowling, it's going to turn a little bit. We are going to bat first after losing the toss. And what did we get? 96 last time. I'm hopeful we can do a little bit better than that. All out on the final delivery of the innings. 166. I will take that. Joss Butler carried the bat in this one. We were 5 for 52, and it was looking like it was going to be another embarrassing performance. But Jamie Overton, batting at 7, picked up 35 off 22, 6 fours and a 6 to his name. Hurst came in, got a first ball duck. Very not happy with his performance, but Joss Butler doing very, very well. We also got a Steam achievement in this episode, or in this game, as we broke the most records scored for the club, and I believe that was for Joss Butler. So that was, I suppose, the thing that happened. Not that I really have much investment in that side of things right now. Ollie Robinson for the Trent Rockets picked up 4 for 33, was their best bowler. There's also a one-day game happening at the same time that we're not in charge of, and they've completely dropped all of my players. That is very annoying. So I'm hopeful that doesn't stuff things up too much, but it looks like we did okay. We actually bowled Middlesex all out for 88. Zabe came in and picked up 4 for 8. Alex Russell again, 3 for 19. So that is going to be a thing I have to keep an eye on for future episodes, but hopefully we can bowl very well. We're defending 167 over 100 balls, which seems very doable on this wicket. And another big defeat in this one. Trent Rockets just too good, unfortunately. Alex Hales at the top of the order got the innings off to a fantastic start. Tommy Allsop didn't do too bad. Life 61 of 29, and Sam Hain 63 of 33. None of our bowlers really put a dent in their batting lineup. Just another really disappointing performance, but it looks like we win on the other end. Jack Higgins, 46 not out. I don't know where Follett is, and I don't know where... I've forgotten the name of the fast bowler, but he's not there either, so I don't know why they've been dropped, but maybe they're not considered to be in the best 11, but considering Follett's not had a good start to his one-day career, I'm a little surprised that Bannister's not there. I've just remembered his name, but good to see Higgins get some runs. He's now averaging just over, or bang on 35 actually, in one-day cricket, yet to break through with a half century. But most importantly, Northamptonshire get a win. And if we have a look at the group stage for the 100, we are still rock bottom after 2 games. But more importantly, in the one-day cup, we are 3 from 3 with an awesome net run rate of plus 211. Doing very, very well. Our next game is another one in the 100, this time against the Southern Brave. Looks like Baker is back from his injury. Do I really want to bring anybody out? I mean, Klassen I'd probably want to keep in because he does have a very good T20 record. Tongue hasn't taken a wicket yet. I don't know really what to do. We'll keep Baker out for now. Yeah, I'm not too worried about this season, as I've said many a time. Stanley could also be an option. He's in half decent form. If Baker was in better form, I would probably bring him in. I think I'm just going to leave the 11 as is for now. Realistically, Stanley, who is he's on a 3-year deal, Jesus. But guys who are, over the age of 19, I'm not going to bring back when they expire. Same principle that applies to that of Northamptonshire. So I'm not too worried about it right now. But we'll play this game against the Southern Brave. Oh, it is a really ranked batting pitch, but they've got a solid side. Vince, Finn Allen, Evans, Deploy, Alex Davis, Kieran Pollard still around, Rayan Ahmed, Chris Jordan, Jofra Archer. We are going to get absolutely smashed on paper. They have got an incredible team, and I don't feel confident batting first. We are going to have a bowl, and hopefully it's pretty good to be 150-ish. I was going to say Southampton. Southern Brave, 62.5% chance of winning. I think I've been bowling pretty aggressively recently in the limited over stuff, so I'm going to try and bowl a little bit more defensively, see if that brings anything. Only 6 runs off the first over. Hopefully that is sort of the pace that they stay at. Awesome bowling performance, all out for 117. If we have a look at the bowling card, Usama Mir, 3 for 6 from 20 balls. Economy rate of 1.5 was absolutely incredible. Josh Tongue picked up 3 for as well. Everybody was pretty good, with the exception of Paul Walter in terms of economy, but everybody picked up a wicket. Everybody did their part, and we are only chasing 118 from 100 balls, which seems very doable. Can we get our first win of the season in the 100? Yes, we can! Paul Walter leading the way, 41 not out off 21 deliveries. He's not been in good batting form whatsoever, but we lost wickets very quickly. We were 7 for 84. It wasn't looking good, but we just teed off towards the end, and we get our first win in the 100. Paul Walter gets player of the game. No surprise there. I'm actually a little surprised that Mir didn't get a consideration for it. And if we have a look, the London Spirit pick up a big win over the Welsh Fire as well. Taylor picking up 5 for 30. We're still not looking too good in the 100. We moved out of last place at least, which is nice. We've got some points on the board, but we've still got the worst net run rate in the competition. And one day comp, everybody has played the same amount of games except for Worcestershire in our group, it has to be said, but they are last place and haven't won a game yet either. Tom Hartley is now fit to play. We've got one. This will be the last game of the episode, I think. We've got Durham away. Let's fix... Can we fix it to the last one-day team I had? Thank you very much. Let's have a look at who played well in the game that we did not play. So Carl, I still have no idea how to say that guy's name. He played well. So we may put him in, although Karunir and Prithvi Shaw, we might actually take Prithvi Shaw out and throw Cole in. We'll move Vasconcelos up one. He can open. And although Zabe did pick up 4 for 8, we might take out Proctor and throw him in at 7. That can be something we do. And then we'll just send everybody else to the second 11 for now. And I'm actually confident enough in Bannister's batting. Yes, he's only played the 2 innings and averages 3. But if we have a look at his one-day average in the second 11, he actually averages 23, which is very good. And if we have a look at 3-day cricket, he averages 34. So I'm confident he could potentially become an all-rounder one day. We're going to go with the 5 bowlers, Bannister, Scrimshaw, Russell, Cole, and Sanderson. We'll go... we'll leave Bannister and Scrimshaw opening the bowling, and then we'll give the captaincy to Vasconcelos. So I think that's what we'll do. Conditions-wise, it's pretty flat, I will admit. So this will probably be a bat-first kind of wicket, but we will see how we go. Here we go. Call the heads on the toss. We have won the toss. They've got... Mustard. I know Phil Mustard used to play for Durham back in the day. I remember him from Cricket Captain 2010, but I'm not familiar. I'm assuming that's his son. But we're going to bat first. They've got a very good squad. They've got Peter Siddle, Markwood, Cass, Bentel, Ackerman, Bettingham, Lees. They've got a very good squad. We're going to bat first on this wicket, and I feel confident. I know Chris Follett hasn't been good in one-day cricket so far, only averages 11.5. But if we can get some runs into him today, Higgins didn't do too bad in the last game, yet to crack a half century. But I feel confident that with the predictor hopefully being on our side, which 262, I mean, I'd probably prefer something around the 300 range, but I think this will be a pretty close encounter. Followed on 97, there it is! A debut. Actually, it's not a debut, but it's his maiden one-day 100. And there's another 4 for good measure. Higgins now on 99. Can he join his mate Follett to get 100? Yes, he can. 2 maiden one-day 100s in the same game. Higgins can't be there at the end. Unfortunately, he falls for 103. And an all-time partnership record has been set by Higgins and Follett. Richie Beno be proud. It's 2-2-2 at Durham. And the innings finishes at 5 for 316, but will be remembered as the match that both Follett and Jack Higgins, Chris Follett I should say, and Jack Higgins both made their maiden one-day 100s. Neither man had made a 50 in one-day cricket before this game, but what a result for Northamptonshire. We were in a little bit of trouble. We were 2 for 62. But then, as I said, the 222-run partnership for the third wicket was absolutely incredible. Mark Wood, who is a test-capable bowler, got smacked around 2 for 86. Baz de Leed, who I'm not that familiar with. I don't really know my Dutch cricket, but 3 for 72 was hit around the park. Killeen, none for 57. Peter Siddle was probably the best of the bowlers in terms of economy. He was none for 44, and Bryden Cass was none for 53. We have now set Durham 317 to win in their 50 overs. The weather conditions are looking pretty good. We're going to get the full 50 overs done, hopefully. Well, hopefully not, because it would have meant we've bowled them out before that. But Bannister, who's had a great start to his one-day career, 2 pairs of 2 for 43. Hopefully we can get at least 2 wickets from him today. That would be great. But if he can chip in with maybe more than 2, and as long as we get all 10 wickets, I'm really not that fussed. But I just want to do well. And I also just want to see my youngsters do well as well. All over, all out for 272. It was getting a little close towards the end. They were 8 for 209. 63 runs were put on for the 9th wicket between Mark Wood and Mitchell Killeen. Was a little scary, admittedly, but we did get them all out in the end. A lot of good starts at the top of the order for Durham. Nobody was really able to go on and make a big total. Bannister did get another 2 wickets, couldn't get another 2 for 43. Did end up with 2 for 51. Scrimshaw picked up 2 for 47. Call got 2 for 52. Sanderson was expensive, but Alex Russell, 4 for 50. He's on the last year of his contract, and we're not going to be able to bring him back. So we are certainly going to miss him when he's gone. He has been absolutely incredible for us this season. And if we have a look, as Chris Follett gets player of the game for his 124. His one-day average now up to 49. And it's amazed that, he got dropped after 2 games, gets brought back, makes 100. Higgins, very healthy one-day average of 57. Obviously, there's a not out in there, but we will wait and see where that is at season's end. Northamptonshire still unbeaten in the Metrobank One-Day Cup. We sit 4-4 at the top of the table. Only play the 8 games in the group, and then the knockout stage, I believe, I don't know how this one works. There's 6 teams, so I believe top place goes straight to a semi-final. I believe that's how that works. But if we look at the 100, the Originals now back down in last place. So it hasn't been absolutely perfect so far. And then we've obviously got the T20 Blast to figure about later. And then the end of the county season. We're currently down in 4th, which isn't great. But we will be looking to push for promotion. But now that we've got a few more youngsters to play around with, I think we'll be well within a chance of getting promotion. But that is going to do it for today, guys. I dare say the next episode will be the rest of the 100 and some more action in the Metrobank One-Day Cup. I'm assuming that's what the fixtures will look like, and it appears that that is the case. So, thank you very much for watching. Please leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you are new. And until next time, guys, I hope you have a lovely day wherever you are in the world, and I'll see you guys then. Bye!